Good Tuesday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Joseph Peterson, and let's go ahead and talk about your super late morning Tuesday forecast update going on to the afternoon. Starting off, what is going on right now in terms of rainfall? Do you have some rain going on in the upstate? You see some going on inside of the western Midlands, even the western low country, and then look at the coastal areas. Coastal areas getting on some rainfall from Myrtle Beach all the way down into Charleston and Beaufort. So we have a good amount of rainfall going on right now throughout the state. Now, what's going on throughout the entire U.S.? We do have some rainfall going on, obviously, throughout most of the southeast. Scattered showers and storms. You have some flash flooding going on inside of Texas, and then even inside of Louisiana, there is some flooding concerns. You look up here in the west, you're seeing some rainfall from Washington State through Idaho, Montana, Oregon, Nevada, and it looks like it's overall going to be a pretty nice day or pretty nice morning, rest of the morning for these areas up here in the northern central U.S., just the central U.S. honestly in general, going into the Midwest. Now, what's going on in terms of cloud cover? Well, cloud cover right now seems to be looking mostly cloudy. Rather, if you're in the upstate, all the way down towards the coastal areas, you're looking cloudy right now. And if we look at this cloud cover for the future, you push this into this afternoon, going to around 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. or so. Cloud cover seems to continue to stay from the upstate down to the low country, down over into the Grand Strandish areas. But then as you go all the way to around 8 p.m., 9, even around 10 o'clock p.m., cloud cover activity does seem to try and go on and stay for the majority of the areas. Now, it does seem like that we do have some clear spots, like over there in the northern Petey areas, maybe even in the Midlands, or not the Midlands, but the more southern upstate areas. But it looks like that the majority of us are going to stay on the cloudy side. Now, current temperature right now, we're talking about 81 in Somerville, 80 in Charleston, 81 Beaufort, and 78 in Orangeburg, 82 in Georgetown, even 81 inside of Myrtle Beach, 82 Conway, and 79 in Sumter, 77 Columbia, 76 in Newberry, 76 Lawrence, and 73 in Greenville, 72 Spartanburg, as well as 76 in York. Now, in terms of air quality, it looks like that we are good for the most part. But look over there, Florence going down I-95 and going up a bit north of I-95, and then if you go over there towards Spartanburg, there's a moderate risk of air quality as we move into the next, I'd say, day or so. So if you're in the yellow areas for today, make sure that if you're outside for a long period of time, that you're paying attention to that air quality, making sure it doesn't get too bad. Now, if we go into our high temperatures for today, we're talking about 81 in Greenville, 81 Spartanburg, 80 Lawrence, and 86 in Columbia, 85 in Orangeburg, and even 85 in Moncks Corner, 86 in Charleston, and 85 in Georgetown, Myrtle Beach, and even 88 in Hilton Head Island. Now, as we go into our heat index values for today, a couple of areas may try to get towards the higher end of, the upper 90s, going to like the lower hundreds, Hilton Head Island being one of those, Charleston continuing to be one of those areas, but I don't really think it's going to be too much of an issue for especially the majority of us as we go into today. Winds for today are going to be pretty calm, around 5 to 10 miles per hour for the majority of us, even near the coastal areas. You see Anderson maybe around 12 or so, but for the most part, 5 to 10 miles per hour in terms of sustained winds. Now, wind gust going to be from around 10 miles an hour all the way up to around 20 miles per hour. Rainfall as we move throughout the next 24 hours, you see maybe around a hundredth of an inch to a tenth of an inch for areas like Greenwood, Columbia, Camden, Cheraw, Sumter being included in there, maybe even a tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch for Florence, going on into Kingstree, maybe even a quarter of an inch to a half an inch for Georgetown, for Orangeburg, and Aiken, half an inch to an inch over for Barnwell, Moncks Corner, Myrtle Beach. So a lot of us are included inside of these heavy, high rain totals as we move into the next 24 hours, and somebody may even see an inch and a half. Now, as we go into the SPC outlook, thunderstorms are definitely possible for today. See it from the upstate down to the low country, over into the Grand Strand areas. Thunderstorm activity is definitely a possibility today. No fire weather is expected. And I'm glad that they just sent out this new update because I did not see this when I started. So they must have like literally just updated this. So I'm glad that they did it just now because we now have a slight risk of excessive rainfall now for the low country areas. So that includes Somerville, that includes North Charleston, Charleston, Hollywood, over into Walterboro, Ridgeland, and Beaufort. So Hilton Head Island is included in there as well. So if you're in these areas, make sure that you are paying attention for flash flooding because they have now upped it to a 15% risk of flash flooding for today. And then from Anderson to Greenwood over into Saluda, Newbury, Columbia, Myrtle Beach, Georgetown, Moncks Corner, Orangeburg, Allendale. These areas have a 5% risk of flash flooding. That is isolated flash flooding today. There even is a high risk, I believe. Yeah, there is a high risk down over here inside of Texas as well, just to the west of San Antonio. But anyways, that's a pretty rare situation to happen, so that's interesting to see. If you know anybody in Texas, definitely let them know about that. Crazy score. We're at a 12 for today. For right now, we're only at we have no alerts right now. The only reason why we are at a 12 right now is just because of conditions. You see, there's no alerts right now, but it's raining in some spots. Obviously, in Charleston, it's raining, and then it's also cloudy in a lot of areas as well. From the entire state, pretty much. So that's the reason why we're at a 12 for tonight. Let's go and take a look at the models now. Time is at the bottom part of your screen. Please make sure that you pay attention to that as we start off here at 12 o'clock p.m. We go and push this forward, and you can see rainfall, thunderstorm activity starts to train as we get later on to this afternoon, and it continues to kind of stay more on the scattered to the numerous side as we go through to around 3, 4, 5 p.m. I mean, rainfall continuing all the way from like the northern upstate all the way down to the low country areas. Now the Grand Strand, the PD areas, maybe starting to see some as we get to around 2 p.m. or so. As we go all the way to around 7 p.m. all the way to 9 p.m. Rainfall activity does continue. Now it kind of fizzles out once we get to around 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. So it does seem to try and go away. Definitely does seem to try and go away as we go to around like 12 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I do believe that we will continue to go on and just see shower and storm activity for a lot of us, especially in the low country areas, and even inside that western area. But for the most part, you're not seeing anything too widespread. Nothing in terms of the NHC. We're good here, so not watching for that. And then that's all that I have to say here for today. If you have not hit the like button yet or the subscribe button yet, please go on and do so. Also hit the share button, share with your friends, your family members, your acquaintances, and people that you don't talk to regularly because it's free, it's free, it's free. Make sure that you go on and hit that, again, like I said, like button, subscribe button. We're at 766, trying to get to that main goal of 800. I'll be back tonight, 9 o'clock p.m., Tuesday evening forecast update. I'll see you then.